The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is Samsung's most powerful smartwatch so far. It comes with a titanium case, an extremely bright display, dual-band GPS, a large battery, and even dedicated features for trail running and diving. However, with the launch price of 750 euros, it is also Samsung's most expensive smartwatch. So in this video, we are going to find out which of these upgrades actually make a difference and who should consider paying the premium for the Ultra 2. Samsung has kept the cushion style design of the original Ultra. The display itself is round, but it sits inside a wide, almost square titanium frame with a heavily rounded corners and sapphire crystal glass on the top. It looks premium and extremely rugged, but at 47.4 by 47.1 millimeters, this is still a massive smartwatch. The general case shape is actually quite similar to the regular Galaxy Watch 9, but the Ultra 2 is wider and thicker in practically every direction. Its strap is also around 24 millimeters wide instead of 22 millimeters, although the material itself is soft and flexible. Compared to the first Galaxy Watch Ultra, Samsung has reduced the thickness by 12% from 12.1 to 10.7 millimeters. You can see the difference from the side, and the new model sits slightly closer to the wrist. However, it is definitely not light. The case alone weighs 61.5 grams, which is actually 1 gram more than the previous model. For comparison, the 44mm Galaxy Watch 9 weighs just around 34 grams without the strap. This makes the Ultra 2 around 81% heavier, and I can clearly feel the difference on my wrist. There are 3 physical buttons on the right hand side. The center action button can be assigned to features such as a workout, a flashlight, or the camera control on your phone. Raised sections around the buttons help prevent accidental presses. The bezel now has printed numbers and an orange marker, but it does not physically rotate. Instead, you can use the digital touch bezel around the edge of the screen. Straps designed for the previous Ultra generation should also remain compatible. The 1.5-inch or 38.5mm Super AMOLED display has a resolution of 498 by 498 pixels. It is sharp, has excellent contrast, and can reach a local peak brightness of up to 5000 nits. That level is not maintained across the entire screen, but it makes the watch very easy to read in direct sunlight. There's also a dedicated night mode that uses red or orange interface elements to reduce glare in darker environments. The actual advantage of the Galaxy Watch 9 is smaller than the much larger body might suggest. In the settings, Play Store, Weather app, Samsung Health, and even the preview of a WhatsApp message, both watches display practically the same amount of information. You only start to see slightly more text on the Ultra 2 after opening the message inside WhatsApp. So the main benefit of the display is not dramatically more content, but its much higher brightness during outdoor activities. The watch is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear Elite combined with 2 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. Around 49 gigs are available to the user. The interface, animations, and apps all run smoothly. However, the first Galaxy Watch Ultra was already fast, so the new processor is more important for future software support than for creating a dramatic difference in the normal daily use. Wear OS 7 with Samsung's One UI 9 watch provides one of the best app selections available on an Android smartwatch. Google Maps can display navigation instructions, Spotify and YouTube Music support offline music, and WhatsApp allows you to reply using text, voice messages, or the on-screen keyboard. The additional storage is particularly useful if you want to download music, maps, and more apps. Calls can also be handled directly through the built-in speaker and microphone. With the LTE version and a compatible mobile plan, many of these features work without having your phone nearby. Google Gemini is built in as well. You can activate the assistant with a voice command or by raising your wrist. And then you use it for questions, reminders, or basic actions. Samsung also includes gesture controls such as double pinch your thumb and index finger. Connectivity includes Bluetooth 6.0, dual band Wi-Fi, NFC for mobile payments, and dual band GPS. The Ultra 2 requires a phone running Android 13 or newer, while some health features still require a compatible Samsung smartphone. The outdoor and sport features are the main reason to consider the Ultra 2. Samsung Health includes a wide range of workout modes, customizable data screens, heart rate zones, and automatic workout detection. A new trail running mode provides more information about elevation, climbing progress, and overall effort on an uneven terrain. During selective activities, the watch can also estimate fluid loss and remind you to drink during your workout. The dual-band GPS uses both L1 and L5 frequencies. In multiple real-world tests, it found a signal quickly and recorded routes accurately, even around buildings or underneath tree cover. The heart rate sensor also responded quickly to changes in intensity, although a chest strap remains the more reliable reference for serious interval training. One small issue is the automatic workout detection. A longer stop during a walk can sometimes end the activity and create a second recording once you continue. For one clean GPS track, it is better to start the workout manually. Now, you can also import GPX routes and follow them using a map, elevation profile, turn-by-turn directions, and off-route warnings. However, there is no complete offline map system with dynamic rerouting directly on the watch. Dedicated sport watches also provide more detailed information about recovery and training readiness. Wear OS apps can fill some of these gaps, but straight out of the box, the Ultra 2 is not a complete Garmin replacement. With 10 ATM water-resistant IP69K military standard testing and DIN EN 13319 certification, it is considerably more rugged than a regular Galaxy Watch. In the water, it can display your current depth, water temperature, and dive time. A dedicated diving app developed with Morris adds further diving metrics. However, for more demanding dives, I would still carry a separate backup device instead of relying exclusively on a smartwatch. Samsung's bioactive sensor measures heart rate, blood oxygen, ECG, and body composition. An additional temperature sensor supports sleep and cycle tracking. Blood pressure measurements are also available, although the feature has to be calibrated with the traditional cuff and availability depends on the region and connected phones. These measurements may help you notice changes over time, but they do not replace a doctor. The NG score combines information about sleep, activity, and recovery. The new Vitals feature compares your overnight measurements with your personal baseline, while daily cardio load helps you understand your training volume and estimate recovery needs. Samsung also includes a fitness index and, depending on the country, phone, and regulatory approval, sleep apnea detection. The watch has to be worn for around 7 nights before it can establish a useful personal baseline. Now, battery capacity has increased by 35% compared with the previous model, going from 590 to 800 mAh. Samsung claims up to 80 hours of battery life with the always-on display disabled and up to 60 hours with it enabled. Charging uses Samsung's new high-frequency WPC charging standard. According to Samsung, a complete charge should take about 90 minutes. Now, I will test both the real battery life and charging speed under my own test conditions, and my full Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 battery life test will follow within the next few days. The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is an excellent Android smartwatch, but it is not the right choice for everyone. It combines an extremely bright display, plenty of storage, smooth software, accurate dual-band GPS, a large battery, and a very rugged design. These upgrades make the most sense for trail runners, hikers, cyclists, swimmers, and divers. At the same time, it still offers all the smart features of the Wear OS. Its main disadvantages are the large size, high weight, and especially the €750 price. If you mainly want to read notifications, count steps, track your sleep, and record the occasional workout, a regular Galaxy Watch offers almost the same software in a much lighter and less expensive package. Owners of the first Ultra do not necessarily need to upgrade either. The battery, display, thickness, processor, and diving features have all improved, but the overall experience is still very similar. My conclusion is this: if you want Samsung's most rugged smartwatch with its best battery life and you will generally use the outdoor features, the Ultra 2 is Samsung's strongest overall package. If a more subtle design and better value for money are more important to you, the Galaxy Watch 9 is the more sensible option. Let me know in the comments which one you would choose and whether the long battery life is worth the significant price difference to you.